Bitcoin is on the move. It had its highest weekly close ever. And will this rally continue this week with Bitcoin and altcoins moving upwards? I'll share the charts with you, and you won't believe what happened to the guy who hacked the SEC Twitter profile to announce the Bitcoin ETF announcement. I'll give you the details. Let's get into it. Hey folks, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. Folks, I'm sure many of you saw Bitcoin was on a move today. It pumped to $107,000. It is knocking at the door of the all-time high of around $110,000. And once it breaks through that, it will enter price discovery. So we're almost there, and it's moving in phases, as you can see, slowly but surely, and we're waiting for $110,000 to be broken again, and that should take us, I think, to $120,000, possibly higher. So we have to be patient and let the rally continue. But what's interesting is that Bitcoin just closed the highest weekly candle ever. That's significant. And look at this, Bitcoin dominance, which we were tracking, has done a reversal. So it looks like Bitcoin is stealing the show again so that it can continue its move and eventually the altcoins will follow. So while we thought the Bitcoin dominance was going to break down even further, it's recovering a bit. And this makes sense because the market follows Bitcoin. Bitcoin usually leads the show, and then the liquidity rotates down to the altcoins. Now, USDT dominance is kind of holding steady. It was breaking down, similar to the Bitcoin dominance, over the past few weeks, but right now it's consolidating. I expect it to continue to break down because this liquidity goes to Bitcoin, then the altcoins. So this is further confirmation that a rally will be continuing given the technicals and where the USDT dominance is right at the moment. And some folks are calling this possibly the final rally, but we don't know yet. This is something I've mentioned to you folks that Q2 could bring the blow off top. And obviously our timeline got pushed back due to the tariff situation where it's usually sell in May, go away. Well, it's probably going to be like sell in June or sell in July. Obviously, we'll need to watch this closely, but here Crypto Wizard shared a chart showing the calm before the storm, saying the final rally has begun. Bitcoin has rocketed upside and is trading over 9% higher. The journey is underway, yet some people will still doubt it. So let's see if he's right. I will definitely be taking profits in this rally, folks, for Bitcoin and different altcoins. And then, at that point, I'll take a look at the charts and the different on-chain metrics to see where we're at and if there's still room for us to go up, because the final rally may come in late Q3 or Q4. So we'll have to be patient and watch the charts closely. But if you look at Bitcoin on the weekly chart, it continues to look incredibly bullish. We got the weekly RSI, which has broken out, and it's not in the overbought zone yet. The MACD has flipped green, showing the bulls have momentum. This is something we saw in all the previous rallies in this bull market, so the confirmation is there. And from the macro, we are seeing global liquidity continues to rise. So risk assets like the stock market, Bitcoin, and crypto, they all follow this. So the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones Industrial are all seeing V-shaped recoveries here. And specifically, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are both above the 200-day moving average, back in bull market territory. So all good signs. The factors are there for this rally to continue. And obviously, you have to expect volatility and be patient as we keep heading higher. So we could see Bitcoin continue its rally this week, and it may steal the show maybe for the week or even a few days and then cool off. And then liquidity hits the altcoins and they start moving again as well. It's the same cyclical pattern we've seen over and over. So this is where you have to pay attention to the charts, pay attention to the on-chain data and much more. And I will keep you guys updated in my newsletter, on the podcast. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow. So just stay tuned for all that information. Now, folks, moving ahead, look at this. Alabama man sentenced for hacking the SEC's social media to post fake Bitcoin ETF news. Remember when this happened in early 2024 before the ETFs were approved by the SECs under Gary Gensler's tenure? Well, they found the guy. He's a 26-year-old man from Alabama, and he's being sentenced to 14 months in prison. And it was a shit show. I mean, it was a mess, right? That the SEC could not even protect their own phones and their connection to their social profiles, not having the proper layers. But look, this guy did the crime. He's got to pay the time. So That's what's going to happen. But it's interesting that this is now coming to some sort of conclusion. I'm sure the SEC under Hester Peirce, Mark Ueda, and Paul Atkins are going to do better versus Gary Gensler, who we know he was a scumbag regulator. Okay, folks, quick word from our sponsor, and that is VeChain. VeChain is one of the top layer one enterprise blockchains. They're getting global adoption from different brands and companies who are building Web3 and sustainability projects. I'm a VET token holder. I have been since 2018. I'm very bullish on this project. Some of the great features of the VeChain blockchain includes it's secure, affordable, scalable, fast, and sustainable. Some of the brands VeChain is working with include Givenchy, Walmart China, BMW, PwC, and they are also partnered with Boston Consulting Group and the UFC, doing some great things with Dana White and much more. So if you'd like to learn more about VeChain, go to vechain.org. Folks, I missed this news from earlier this week, and it's a significant one. Trillion-dollar asset manager UBS reveals wealthy investors increasing crypto allocations to 5%. So the major institutions are recognizing the demand that's out there because it's not just from retail, it's from institutional wealthy investors. That's why there's a race between all of these Wall Street firms and banks and stock exchanges globally to build crypto services. And UBS is highlighting here that this is no joke. These people are, getting involved. They want to trade the assets. They want custody, and they want financial products for it. So really significant news here. It's a sign of the times, folks, a paradigm shift that's taking place. We are seeing adoption like we've never seen before. And I got in the market in 2016. So to see BlackRock, Fidelity, and all these big players launching their own crypto services is pretty incredible. And guess what? This will increase once the United States passes crypto legislation. Once the clarity is there, you're going to see the floodgates open because there are still a lot of people sitting on the sideline saying, we're not going to touch that. We have our risk management. We want to be risk averse because if it doesn't have clarity, we run the risk of getting lawsuits and all kinds of other stuff, right? But once the clarity is there from Congress and that becomes signed into law by President Trump, all these firms can go all in. And I'm not saying they're going to put all their money in, but they're going to start allocating a good amount. And just imagine, all these firms adding 5 to 10% of their AUM to crypto assets. It's coming. So just be prepared. It's why I've been saying I'm prepared for future bull markets as well, because we're still very early. When the legislation gets passed, you can imagine they're going to have their board meetings. They're going to put together their strategies. And it's not going to be an immediate thing. Oh, they just passed it yesterday. That means we go buy today. That's not how these companies work, right? There may be a lead time of 3 months that's needed. And that could even just be putting together the strategy, figuring out the safeguards, the custody, and much more. And the actual buying may start in the bear market. So just things to think about, right? They're pretty logical. And you're going to see over time game theory play out. One player goes, the other follows, and no one wants to get left behind. And UBS, they've been involved in different things like tokenization. They have a page on their website called UBS Tokenize, your gateway to decentralized financial markets. I couldn't imagine seeing something like this years ago. It's so fascinating. So all of these folks, they want to launch financial products around crypto assets and also do a lot of tokenization and much more. Now look at this. Solana ticketing platform XP raises $6.2 million. So XP, a ticketing resale exchange built with Solana Rails, has raised $6.2 million in a seed round led by Blockchain. The platform tells Lightspeed exclusively. L1D and Reflexive also participated in the round. XP uses Solana Rails for discounted ticket sales, but hints at grander ambitions surrounding fan experience down the road. So folks, we're seeing a lot of the traditional industries are now going on blockchain, and even new startups are going on blockchain, and they're going to look to disrupt the incumbents. It happened in the finance industry, of course, investment, payments. It's going to happen in ticketing and media and marketing industry. A whole bunch of other industries are going to get disrupted. Real estate, of course. So it's fascinating to watch this play out. And you got to look at the rails they're using. They're using Solana. I hold Solana in my portfolio because I see the adoption there. And I hold other coins as well, but they're going to target Ticketmaster and SeatGeek and so forth. So XP is one of a number of upstart ticketing exchanges seeking to disrupt the popular but widely disliked incumbents such as Ticketmaster and SeatGeek. These ticketing titans caught the ire of the Biden administration, which just had a rule banning hidden so-called junk fees from ticketing platforms to go into effect Monday. XP lists all-in prices by default. It listed prices for tickets to the upcoming New York Mets games, roughly track with prices on TickPick, another popular resale ticketing app. So this is stuff you want to see. This is where we're headed. Blockchain being integrated into different industries, causing that disruption. And for the first time in history, you can take a bet by holding the native token of these blockchains that are getting the adoption. So really great stuff here. So folks, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. To support me in the podcast, folks, be sure to subscribe to my free email newsletter. It's 100% free. Link will be in the description. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital, and my new course at mycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course that teaches you every aspect of crypto. Check it out. Folks, thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.